we have virtual property with Superworlds. We've got NFTs in your living room, digital collectibles with VeVe collectibles. And we've got R-Planet, which is going to space. If anybody's going to the moon, it's R-Planet, because that's where they're building stuff out there in space.
This is going to be a great show. There are a couple properties in here that you guys are really going to want to know about. I'm telling you, this is a great Nifty show.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Travis and Joel are the hosts, you'll know. Travis and Joel say this won't blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go. It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty Show.
And welcome to those of you watching live for the Nifty Show. By popular demand, the show now available not only replay on the YouTubes and library.tv, but also the audio podcast version, whose numbers are picking up much faster. I just, when you do a live show and it's video, I didn't imagine that so many people would just want to listen and not see, but I guess they see NFTs in their imagination.
Yeah, tell us about it so we can envision it in our brains. And
Right.
That's good, because you can do that if you like.
Some people like to take it on the go. And Roman's here, but Roman's here about 45 minutes early. Hi, Roman. How you doing?
Hey, should I check back in 45 minutes?
So yeah, you're segment number 3. He's like, let me in the front of the line, but we're going to be talking R-Planet. So come on back at 45.
That's great. We're so popular, the guests come early.
But the guests that are here that we are going to let in right away are with the Superworld app. The website is superworld.app.com. Make the world yours. We have 2 smiling, bright, happy faces with us, Nathan McCrory and Rish Lotlikar. Gentlemen, welcome to the Nifty Show.
Thanks so much. It's great to be here.
Doing? Great to be here.
So who does
Thanks,
what?
Joel.
Like, what are your positions with Superworld?
So I'm a co-founder and CEO of Superworld. My co-founder Max Woon is on the technology side, and I'm the CEO and kind of do the business side. And Nathan, I'll let you introduce yourself as well.
Hi, I'm what I guess they would call the head Nft strategist, and just kind of just generally kind of get my hands in everything there and try to help improve wherever I can. And also like self-proclaimed hype man, essentially. I try to spread good vibes, and get everybody to just be nice to each other, no matter what's going on, no matter what kind of technical hurdle we're trying to surmount at that point. We're trying to just like maintain the love and passion for the project and just get everybody going. It's my role essentially. So.
Yeah, Nathan is amazing, and love is the answer. And so that's we believe that at Superworld very strongly. So it's awesome.
I love that. And not only that, but you're doing some really cool stuff design-wise. Nathan's working on some folks who've been paying attention to some of the things we've been doing. The BitcoinElite.com we're launching, and he has a hand in creating this really cool gold, amazing digital thing that's coming down the pipeline. How's that coming, by the way?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's right on the way. I'm trying to get with my guy, and
is it ready yet? What about now? Is it done now?
Oh my God, this has been such a struggle, as you guys know. He's great. I'm great. His computer crapped out halfway through this whole thing, so getting money into Iran to get a new computer is not like the easiest thing you can do if you're not using crypto. So thankfully, we're in this space. So that's step 1, problem solved.
True.
The second part are just the logistics of getting a computer over there. Things are 3 times the price due to sanctions. And we essentially had to give money to his brother in one country and get it brought from there.
Wow.
So it was a big, complicated mess. And then as you guys seen from some stuff I showed you, there's some health issues as well. And
it'll be worth it.
It's been an uphill battle.
Yeah.
It's so much sweat went into this that like the people who buy this are going to actually be owning like an interesting backstory as well.
About an ounce of sweat from each person. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. You two on the anxiety side, me on the just like
no, man, we're all good. Everything's gonna be. It's all going to be beautiful, and that's we'll talk more about Bitcoin Elite and the collection a little later on. Let's talk about Superworld. Superworld app Make the world yours. Buy and sell virtual real estate. What's this all about, guys?
Yeah, so basically, the what Superworld is we're a world. We're in it right now.
You're a super world.
Yep, we're all in Superworld right now. It's all around us. So if I come to your city, wherever that happens to be in the world, anywhere in the world, you could say, "Hey, Rish, check out my world," and I could walk around, and you've left me things. You've left a hologram of yourself somewhere, totally interactive. You've left photos and videos in different places. You've left messages at your favorite restaurants about what I should eat and drink. You've personalized the real world in augmented reality, kind of Pokemon Go style, right? So if I think of Pokemon Go as an analogy, I think of that as adding digital information to the real world. And what we do is we allow anyone to personalize the world. So users, brands, there could be an infinite number of filters on top of the real world. And so it's a cross between Pokemon Go, which is an analogy for adding digital information, meets Foursquare, which is an analogy for data and context and information. And then the third part of it is Monopoly. So we've divided up the world into 64 billion Nifties. And each NFT allows you to get a share of any of the commerce that happens on that virtual block of land. So if you buy a block somewhere, you're getting a share of advertising, transactions, e-commerce, digital commerce, data, analytics, gaming, anything that we can attribute to revenue. And then very soon we're launching a mobile app. We have it in open beta, but that app allows you to add content anywhere, as shown here, and will allow you to add content directly onto our map as well. So you could drop in a big 3D object or an elephant or something into Central Park if you're in Los Angeles. And then suddenly, if I'm sitting in Central Park, I can look around and there's a big hot air balloon or something that you've dropped in there, right? So you have the ability to do that doing our mobile app or the map. And then also we're launching very soon a full NFT marketplace.
Now, this is really cool. Joel and I have had some conversations around some of these components because we think that it's a valuable thing. AR, blockchain, NFTs, that's going to be a big thing. So another thing I wanted to say, I thought was kind of cool, is Nathan introduced himself as like the chief NFT strategist.
That's
Kids,
right.
You can't go to college for that. There's no university there right now that's teaching chief NFT strategist, but that's a job you might want to know about. It's interesting.
Yep.
I was actually, what's the best way to maybe find places? Because I was looking around and I was thinking in my brain, I was like, oh, I want to go to Mount Rushmore. I want to buy that. Oh, bought.
Yep.
Oh, Tower of Pisa. Oh, bought. Oh, I'm going to go do that. Bought. Bought. So like how many of those 64 million plots or whatever are left?
Yeah, so you can, first of all, in about a week, I think maybe even tomorrow, so coming very soon, I was just on a call with my dev team, we'll have a full virtual real estate marketplace dashboard. And what it'll show you, it's what's trending, what are people looking for, what's popular, what's nearby, what's being sold right now. And so you'll have a lot of that, access to information on what's really relevant to you. And then we're using a lot of machine learning to kind of figure out what you might want to buy and then tell you, hey, this is selling, and then also add capabilities for you to communicate with other owners and other buyers and sellers to facilitate transactions. So that's coming very soon. So those answers will be all answered in that dashboard. But right now, how it works is, a lot of people just search places they love. And then they search and they look and they click on the map, and you can click anywhere on the map and it'll tell you whether it's available or not. And you can see it. There's a legend on the left side, which is, what's for resale, what's been sold already. And if you already own stuff, that would be either my properties or you're listed. So things that you're reselling already.
Joel Comm, you're a legend. You're on the side, it says. It's pretty exciting. So is this
I am a legend.
Ethereum
So I'm
only?
looking.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a good question. Is it
I was
Ethereum?
curious. Yeah, what blockchains are it? Is it only Ethereum? Are there other blockchains? Is it going to be a cross blockchainy thing or what?
Yes, yeah, we're cross-platform. Right now, we're just on Ethereum, but we're very open to other blockchains. We're very careful to remain decentralized and build on the base layer of Ethereum at this point. But we're evaluating a lot of options as gas prices are increasing and other options become available. So in terms of our vision, we're very cross-platform, and Nathan probably would kind of touch on this as well.
Absolutely. There's a lot of need for interoperability all across the crypto market, blockchain, anything, NFTs, anything related to blockchain. There's this need and desire for interoperability at like the highest level. So a lot of what we're looking at is just not being maximalist in some ways and just being open to all the possibilities that exist. You know, there's a lot of things being created right now with bridges and portals and different things on the tech side that easily are going to allow us to go cross chain for things, even smart contracts that essentially lock one thing up for the other. I mean, it's not rocket science anymore. So now it's just about like deciding how we want to integrate things and kind of how we want to move forward. If you look at like Wax, that's an amazing blockchain for collectibles right now with Atomic Hub. There's a lot of places like that that are doing a lot of cool things, and we're trying to take notes because we want to be the best of the best, you know? So there's nothing in terms of, you know, if we're going to stay on ETH or not, like any of that. The question is like, almost like, what can't we do? You know, like, it's not like about like, are we going to do this? It's like, what aren't we going to do at this point? Like, we kind of plan, if we're going to let you create the world that you can, like the wildest thing you can dream up, why would we limit you to one thing in terms of like, oh, we're just on ETH? So we're obviously looking at different things and just kind of want to go naturally too, though, not make any mistakes. Just do it the right way and the fun way and show people that we care, no matter what allegiance they have to what chain. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think on a high level, you know, vision wise, we touch a lot of different areas. So we're not just a blockchain NFT company, right? So we're very deep into AR, VR, immersive content. We're very deep into AI. You know, we have Stephen Wolfram on our board. Stephen's the top AI computer scientist in the world.
From
Yep.
Wolfram Alpha. That's Wolfram Alpha. That's great.
Yeah. We have Robert Scoble, who's written, you know, the well-known book on AR VR, the Infinite Retina. He's a top AR VR influencer.
We know Robert Scoble very well. Actually, I went to Disney World in Shanghai with him.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Is that compared to, is that much different from our Disney World? Like, how is
Dude,
it?
well, talking about using AR, that's one of the things that was the coolest thing. Like Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Shanghai uses AR and it's just unbelievable. And
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, we had a great time. Love Robert Scoble, good fella.
Yeah, a lot of good guys, a lot of good people. Yeah, we have a lot of different people. Richard Ling just joined our board. He's a serial entrepreneur, has been in the Valley forever, knows everyone, just an amazing guy. I think for us, it's really about the people. You know, love is the answer is obviously, you know, a big part of this and a big part of how we see our vision is we really are user focused. We want to build a world where anything is possible. And so back to your question is really, how can we, you know, stay close to what our users want and build what they love? That's our goal.
Yeah, and that's the thing. No matter kind of where we go with, like we were talking about interoperability and the things that are possible and all the potential directions that anybody can move towards in this space, the one thing that we want to keep in mind is, like Rich said, is the love. Like, we need you to come here because you love us and we love you. It's not about like, yeah, you can create a cool thing here. Yeah, like we've got all these interesting features that will attract you, but we also want to build that community to where no matter what happens, like even if you don't use the thing, like you're still going to stay here for the community aspect of it as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on the media side we're building out too. So we just launched a podcast this week. We'll have a lot of media, other blogs coming up for guest authors. So a lot of content coming too from our side.
Yeah, Ken was on the first show, Ken Bosak. Yeah. It'll be dropping sometime in the next few days. We're just trying to kind of hype it and time it appropriately. We actually, him and I made a pretty big sale on Atomic Hub last night. I don't know if you guys saw that.
What'd you guys do?
The Whale Bro sold. So it was about 100,005 wax, I believe.
Nice.
So we did pretty good. The deal
was only one of them?
Yep. And now I have to, Ken said that in order to get the money, I have to draft up my 2 weeks notice and quit my job and actually bet on myself and go for it. And that's what I'm going to do. So thanks to Ken Bosak and Superworld, I get to quit my job and go full-time crypto, full-time art, full-time blockchain, everything. So it's going to be amazing.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Harish, is there another founder that's with the Superworld?
Yeah, and it's my co-founder, Max Woon. So Max and I previously worked together on the YouTube platform
Okay.
about 7 years ago. So we've known each other for a long time. His background, just so you know it, is
I think we
Max
interviewed him before.
You might have. He's pretty well known in the Valley. He did Xfire and sold it to Viacom. He's done Fizzle, Sliver, Skit, and Toonstar. Had been an early founder employee of all those. And then previously he worked in Stephen Hawking's department at Cambridge. So he's a genius and really brilliant guy. And so he's my co-founder. And we started this back in 2017. So we've been kind of early in the NFT space.
Yeah, I want to say we interviewed Joel back in 2018 or something for a show, and because I remember specifically going Superworld.app. Maybe you should call it Super, like AR, like Super, and it was available, and they didn't do it. It's still Superworld.app. So didn't listen.
That's
to
crazy that they didn't take that idea. That's nuts, man.
Super.
Come on, Super.
Yeah, that's like you're like a pirate. Do you remember that joke? Do you remember that joke? I think you have to remember that joke.
You know what? I don't remember it. We've done so many interviews, I can't recall that one in particular.
I cannot confirm or deny this story. I don't know. That sounds good. I'll go with it.
I'll put my jokes on blockchain so you remember.
I mean, it sounds like a good story if you say so.
I remember because it wasn't Harish. It had to be the other dude that we interviewed. Because I remember Superworld.app. We had an interview with the guy.
It was that other dude.
To be really clear, like he probably didn't do an interview. He's not usually on the forefront on the business side of this. So probably, but you might have heard of him or, it's a good story.
Yeah, they say don't let the truth ruin a good story, right?
I'm gonna find the interview.
You're gonna find it now.
A time ago.
All right.
Maybe it wasn't a show, but we had a conversation. Maybe that's what it was. We were talking about something, and I think that maybe Robert Scoble made the introduction or something, or maybe I'm hallucinating on.
I think Travis has been smoking the wacky weed. By the way, just so you guys know, gas fees are so ridiculous right now. I have been I've been looking to purchase a property, and I didn't want to show which one I'm going for here, but the gas fees are $140. I'm like, you know what? That's going to have to wait.
Yeah, and the cool thing, you do get a free plot if you use the promo link. So that'll kind of pay for it.
What's the promo? How do I do that?
So let me explain that. So we have a referral link. So if your map is connected to the MetaMask wallet, so it'll say your wallet's connected, you can see the drop down there and it'll say referral. Do you see that? And there's a referral link there.
I see my wallet's connected.
Right below that, you'll see a drop down, or you'll see like a dashboard.
Well, let me just share my screen with you here because I want the promo thing right here. So here I am. Okay, there's my screen. This.
Okay, that drop down. Yes.
Okay.
See the referral button
right there.
on that. Now copy your referral link and share, and you can actually if you just share it right now. And you'll probably get free plots just for sharing that, because anyone who buys, anyone who you refer, you'll earn a free plot for every referral.
There you go, guys. I just dropped the link in YouTube. I beat Travis.
There you go.
So
we gotta share that shit. We gotta share that shit. This is the sharing, caring show.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say.
Click the Facebook button too. Do the same. Yeah.
You can just with the gas, it's not like we saw that coming. Like, obviously we don't know the future, but like we wanted to do something charitable anyway in that sense for our users. So I guess it's just the timing of it seemed to work out in a nice way. So
I just bought Cuba, guys. Sorry, Cuba's gone. Cuba's mine.
Cuba.
I got all the cigars.
Strategic.
So. Man, I tell you what, he's a shark over here.
You two could end up with quite a few plots if you post those links, because I have a feeling some of your fans would buy one just to help you get one,
Yep. You could be, and one thing we should talk about is kind of a strategic partnership. We're partnered with a variety of media companies and channels across not only blockchain, but other areas that we touch. So AR, VR, IoT, robotics, AI, and would love to have you guys, partnered with us in a variety of ways, not only just for plot sales, but for content. I mean, we love what you do. And that's the point of Superworld, right? Is what we want to do is help promote the content, the things that you guys are creating to our community. That's what we're all about. So
well, let's have another call. We'll talk to you guys offline. We'll see if we can find some ways to work together.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we could find some fun ways too, not just like the boring old school like promo deal ways. Like
no, if they're not fun, we don't want to do it.
No, that's true.
We that's the thing. Neither do we. Like, we love you guys, but if we're not gonna have fun, we don't want to do it either. So like,
wow.
I want to make sure like you guys are in love with us and we're in love with you, and that we're doing fun things to help each other in a way where like we're enjoying it.
Can we be in love and not get married though? Because
I just want to get in love without gas fees. Is that possible? To like, we got to get the government involved.
We'll keep it as platonic brevity, not brevery. That's like a weird version of bravery that doesn't exist, I guess.
That's true.
I think though that your fans are going to be super psyched about this 3D when it comes out. The thing that we're working on together. That's another thing. I think with what we're doing with NFTs here in this space, a lot of people are going to be caught off guard in a good way in the next couple of months here when they see kind of what we're building and what we're about to push onto the market. It's very exciting.
Oh, that's great.
I don't want to give up too much, but I am with the boss here. We can hit tiptoe and hint around certain things, but
why don't we have you back to talk about those things? Let's continue our conversation offline. Nate,
when the gas fees are not $140.
Right. Rish, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah,
appreciate it. And
absolutely.
all y'all out there in the Nifty Show world, make sure you visit Superworld.app.com and use our link that I dropped in YouTube there, so Travis and I can get some freebies, because
thanks, guys.
that supports the show. Thanks, fellas.
Thank
you so much.
That was super.
Bye.
It was super duper. All right, fellas, take care.
Yeah.
All right, you too.
Dude, I found a great property that I was going to buy until I saw the gas fees. That
until the gas fees hit you up. It's like, dude, that is some serious.
I just call them ass fees at this point.
They really are. I mean, it's overwhelming how much they are. I was going to do another transaction this morning. It was like $80 gas fees to buy $500 in crypto on Uniswap, and I was like, So, Sir Lord Travis,
yes,
made another discovery here just a couple weeks ago, and been hinting to our audience about it, and really wanted to get the word from the horse's mouth. And so we invited Mr. Ed to the show.
Famous Mr. Ed.
His famous. Actually, so the crypto we discovered by virtue of the app. The app is called VeVe. VeVe, VeVe.me, and the crypto that the blockchain it runs on it's a GoChain token, which is an Ethereum sidechain, thus overcoming gas fees, and it's called Ecomi. And with us, we have Daniel Crothers. Daniel is the co-founder and COO, the coup of Ecomi. And Daniel, turn your camera on and let us see your smiling face. Oh man, hey guys, turn it off. Yeah. Never mind. Oh God.
I knew you were going to do that.
Hey man, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Thanks for having us on the show, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, welcome. This is cool because you've got behind you the what's her name? The
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, yep. Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. Those just launched. These are NFTs that people can purchase in the. Did I pronounce it right? Is it VeVe or is it VeVe?
VeVe, you're right on.
It is VeVe. Okay. So tell us a little bit about VeVe. VeVe.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it at this point. So really, I guess the quick backstory of VeVe is, myself, I've been in tech for sort of 25 years as a tech entrepreneur. My business partner, David Yu, has really been in the collectible space for an equal amount of time. And then the third sort of main person in the company is a gentleman by the name of Alfred Kahn. He is responsible for a little known game that you might have heard of called Pokemon, as well as many, many other brands. So 3 years ago, when CryptoKitties came out, we realized that, there's a huge opportunity in this space to create something for collectors in the real world. And when I say the real world, I mean non-crypto, in the world of the normies. That would be a really new and exciting way for people to collect their favorite brands and their favorite products. And for us, the last 2 years has really been doing everything we can to secure as many licenses and brands. And right now we have more than 100 brands on our books that will be rolling out over the next few years. As you just touched on, you can, in the background here, you can see some of the 2 DC range we have, Harley Quinn and Batman Black and White. And yeah, really what the whole idea behind VeVe is to take what's in the physical world of collecting, that whole experience that people have in this $300 billion collectible industry per annum, and really bring that experience into the digital space. And obviously, you know, blockchain and NFT is a huge part of this because, you know, all of these items are limited edition, they have true ownership. And, you know, really without blockchain, without NFT, it would be a very different kind of offering. So, yeah, very, very, very excited to be rolling it out this year.
That's awesome. You know, we've been taken by storm by this because we just discovered, as Joel mentioned a couple weeks ago, he found it and then he's like, hey, dude, look at this. And then I was like, whoa. And then I showed it to my son because he helps us on Blockchain Heroes. He does, and he started doing research. And what was hilarious was he was so sold on it that he took some of his wax, sent it to Bittrex, converted it to Ethereum, then sent it over to Bit4x. And then he had figured out he had to convert it to USDT, sold his ETH to USDT, got into the OMI to USDT, and then bought like 25 million tokens before it hit this pop that it hit this last week. So,
oh, wow. He got into it right at the right time.
Oh, right at the right time. He turned a G into 10 Gs, which is pretty sweet.
Perfect. He must be happy.
Oh, he's real happy. I just had lunch. He bought, actually, which is great. So, so tell us about the tokenomics, because that was one of the things I think is really unique about this, is that every time something is purchased on the app, you're burning an equivalent amount of those tokens, which over time lowers the supply tremendously and then boosts the value of things. Because I've not seen anybody do this. If you could talk about that, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, really the key for us is that we are a product for the mass market. And so in order to do that, you know, there's a lot of the crypto stuff we have to put behind the scenes. And don't get me wrong, if you're a crypto guy, you can still go in, you can buy your OMI, you can convert it to the in-app currency and participate in the same way. However, for the non-crypto users or the normies, you know, they're very used to just doing an in-app purchase. They go into the app, they click buy now, stings their credit cards through Apple or Google or whatever. But because we have the tokenomics underpinning the app, the way that it works is, you're exactly right, is that whenever a user purchases any item within the app, the equivalent amount of OMI is effectively burnt or sent out of circulation. So ultimately, it's a deflationary model. And that can happen 2 ways. As I mentioned, users can either send their OMI in and convert it to gems and spend it that way, or they can buy in fiat. But no matter which sort of on-ramp they use to come into the app, the OMI will always be burnt no matter what. And part of that also is that we do have a buyback mechanism as well. So, and that buyback mechanism is 10% of brand new sales, that as in sales that get made in the primary market, goes back to buybacks. And then in the secondary market, when users buy gems, up to 100% of that can be allocated back to buybacks as well. So we have this very, very strong buyback model, very strong deflationary model. And throughout the, you know, this following year, we'll be bringing in other features like, you know, some really cool staking that users can do in the app. We have a feature coming out called the Master Collector Program, which basically rewards you. You know, the more collectibles you own, the more you participate in the app, you get a higher master collector level. And for example, that might give you 10 seconds extra before anyone else, you know, when a drop comes out. So we have a lot of these kind of things coming up that all really tie into a very solid token model.
I'm going to, so by the way, those of you who want to read about the tokenomics, you just go to medium.com/ecomi, ECOMI, that I was just showing, and you can read about that there. Through the power of technology, I've actually got my iPhone that I can share on screen here and show you guys some things about this app. Can you see that okay?
Yep.
Okay, so you're looking right now at my my phone. I'm going to turn off my virtual background because what we're going to do here, we'll need to just not have a green screen to make this work. So I go in here to collect, and I've got a bunch of drops in here. Now I can buy these with dirty fiat or with gems. Why gems? Is that because Apple won't let you buy with the cryptocurrency?
No, the main reason we went for gems was again because you know, our target audience is mass market, and a lot of people are very familiar with gems or some kind of gem in a game where you might buy one character or a sword with 5 gems. So we wanted to stick with something that people really know how to know what it is. And also the other issue that with the fluctuating nature of crypto, we didn't want people to list in the secondary market, and one day it might be X amount of OMI, and the other day it would be the price would have changed. So the gems really act as a pseudo stable coin within the app, just to keep it very easy for for both both crypto and for the normies as well.
So you guys can see I bought the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. You can see the mint number. He's the uncommon from the Ghostbusters series. He's mint number 82. And here's what I really loved is if at the bottom I tap AR, and by the way, my place is a mess because I'm moving and donating a bunch of stuff soon. And I tap here. Look at it. Look at it.
That's one thing I love about this is, like, my goodness, the amount of viral content you're going to be able to create from these things is just mind-blowing, which really leads to my next question about interactivity. Right now, these are really cool AR figures, but they're static, right? Are there going to be ones that are maybe moving around, that are maybe doing some actions? And maybe what I thought would be fun, actually my daughter, I think, thought of this, would be funny if like, oh, here's the Stay Puft Marshmallow, but he's doing like some Fortnite dance, and now you can do like a little Fortnite dance with them, and you could make TikToks together.
Absolutely. So we have 3 levels of collectible. Number 1, the static line, which is what we're rolling out now. Number 2, we have animated. So for example, one of the brands that we have is Monster Hunter, that'll be coming out in the next couple of months, and one of the we have some of the monsters doing like their death move or whatever, all animated. And then number 3, we have our third category is interactivity. And that's, for example, when you will actually be able to play with these things like a digital toy. So for example, by the end of this quarter, we have a DeLorean coming out from Back to the Future.
I've been wanting to know when that thing's coming out. That thing is so badass.
So this one, the first version that we bring out, is fully interactive. So you can tap on the doors, they open. You can turn the steering wheel. You can do lots of cool things. And then they will also be bringing out a version which is completely controllable. So I can drop it in augmented reality, and then I can hit a control button, and a little gamepad comes up, and then I can drive that thing around like it's a radio control car. I can do burnouts. So yeah, we have all of that stuff coming. I mean, massive interactivity. What we're moving into is digital toys. So what you see now is literally the tip of the iceberg of what's coming out this year. And really we are aiming to really dominate this sort of space in this interactive toy, the AR and the brands.
No, that's great. You had one. I saw that you have something with the NFL coming along. One thing that I thought would be so cool would be like, not only because I know Todd McFarlane has made some amazing statues, and great. I know that you have a Batman one that's a Todd McFarlane, but Todd McFarlane did some NFL statues back in like maybe I want to say 2005, 2006, and they were amazing. One thing I was thinking would be so cool is if you could actually take NFL players, make them an NFT, and then you could literally take photos with them, take selfies with them like they're standing there, and like just take a 3D thing of them, have them smile, and now you're like, oh, check me out, I'm with Patrick Mahomes, who just got his ass kicked in the Super Bowl. Like, what are you going to be doing with the NFL property? Because I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you've been talking to someone in the company, but yeah, pretty much what you said is what we're doing. You'll be able
really?
to
No, that was just out of my brain. I was just thought that would be cool.
So yeah, you're right on. So effectively, what we'll be doing is creating 3D models the same ways that you're seeing with our, with our statues now, of your favorite players. Ultimately, they will be animated, and then of course, working with the NFLPA, where we will undoubtedly be working with the actual players themselves. So can't announce when that's going to happen just yet, but yeah, very, very excited for that to roll out.
Having a hard time loading some of these.
Yeah,
It's
I
hanging
just
up
saw
at
that actually.
98%. Anyway, we got a couple of them, so that's cool. Here's my question about these. These live on the Go chain blockchain. Is that right?
So right now, internally, we mint everything as an ERC7, as a Go 721, which is basically the equivalent of an ERC 721. Right now, because we're working with all of these sort of big licensors, some of them are still a little bit sort of scared of blockchain, and there's a lot of legalese that has to go into making these assets interoperable. And our licensing team is working, very closely with the brands that we have, and also brands that we have coming up, to make these assets more interoperable. At that point, the user will have the option to effectively mint that collectible as an ERC 721, so it can be used and sent outside of the platform.
So let me stop you there. Does that mean I can take my NFT, my Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and move it to the marketplace off of the app?
Ultimately, yes. We do want to be working with the wider community that's out there, and the digital collectible marketplaces. Really, where our constraints right now is because we're working with these high-end, world-leading brands. I would personally say that it's inevitable that most of these will become interoperable, and really it's just a matter of time. It's taken us 2 years to get all of these brands on board. In the beginning they were like, digital what? And it's like, as soon as they hear the word blockchain, they're like, whoa, we can't do that.
But so now they got to be like, whoa, NBA Top Shot, and they're like, oh, tell me more about this blockchain.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the whole thing. When the tide rises in this industry, everyone benefits. So like I say, I personally believe it's inevitable that all of these will become interoperable, and we can work with other platforms.
Well, that's great. I have a question around this. So on Thursday mornings is when you do a drop, normally like 7 a.m. Pacific. So I got up early AF and I'm ready. And I got one, and it was number 41. And I was like, oh, number 41? I thought I would have gotten a low mint. Because to me, 41 is not a low mint. And then so I went into the Ecomi group on Telegram, and I was like, dude, how in the hell? Seriously, how do people beat me? Because I know I was super fast. And they're like, oh, no, you got 41. That's the best one you can get. I was like, what? 41's the best one I can get? Well, where's number 1? Where's number 10? So tell us, how do the mints, because it seems to me like they say that the numbers 1 through 40 don't actually drop during the drops. Those are held back somehow. And I was like, man, we'd be lambasted if we did that. So I want to learn the methodology and the thought process behind holding back those top mints.
Absolutely. Well, of course, as you know, they're just purely for me and David. I mean, that's
purely for you and David. Okay.
No.
So we got to be homies of yours to be like, yo, man, could you give me one of them Lolos?
No. So basically, the reason we keep the first 40, and number one, they're all retained by the company. So VeVe or Ecomi will absolutely have number 1. We'll always own edition number 1, and in the future we may look to auction that off. Now, in saying that, right now we are running options. We're doing high run editions. 250 up. Sometimes up to 5,000, and within those runs, we're keeping 40 to the beginning. So literally half of them, if not more, go to the licensor, so that they all want their own sort of piece of the pie. And then we keep a huge chunk aside for promotion, for giveaways. So the whole idea of these, if you as a consumer, we will be running promotions in the future where you'll be able to get your hands on one of these sub 40 issues. So edition. So in the future, when we're running competitions, you might get your hands on an edition number 30 or an edition number 20, and you're going to be very, very lucky to get that number, because it either came from us, or it came from the licensors, or someone high up in the company. But ultimately, they are there for promo. They are there for our licensors. edition number 1, as I say, will always be belonging to the company. And we have a really cool, massive 3D showroom in the works where people will be able to walk around and look at all of the edition number 1s that company has.
Are these secondary market prices that I'm looking at right here? Okay, so these sold out, and somebody like basically 1,000 gems is $1,000.
Correct.
Right. So these are people. So, you know, to get them, the lowest price you're going to find on them is in the current store until those are sold out. And I've dropped a few $100 in here. I'm playing. I'm in it to win it. Not financial advice for anybody, but I bought me a little bit of OMI as well. And I'm hoping, I guess you guys are supposedly going to get listed on a new exchange here this month or next.
Yep, exactly. We've got a new exchange listing coming up. And, really the thing is that obviously we've only just launched the product like 5 or 6 weeks ago now. And really done very, very little marketing, but the uptake has been huge. We've sold thousands of collectibles. But really, ultimately, I mean, a lot of the feedback that we get is, there's 5,000 editions. It seems like a lot. And I do agree that in the NFT space, people are minting 1 of 1s or maybe 1 of 10. But the reality is, for what we're doing, there are millions of Batman fans out there. There are millions of Harley Quinn fans. So when we're doing a run of 5,000 editions, by this time, by the end of this year, it really is our belief that those 5,000 editions will sell out, in no time. When our user base grows to 50, 100,000 users, even higher, we really see these runs are going to go very, very quickly. But in saying that, we also will be bringing out very low run. Users will have the opportunity to get a 1 of 10 or a 1 of 5. In those scenarios, the company won't be holding any because obviously there's not much to go around. So there's so many different ways we can skin this. Really, really excited to bring out some super cool stuff this year.
One thing I would suggest as a viral thing is that I know people are going to be taking this AR and taking photos of this and everything. I would suggest putting a VeVe logo watermark on that. That way, whenever they share it, people will automatically recognize that happened through VeVe, and that will be one of the bigger marketing pushes. People will just, when they're sharing them out on the Instas and the TikToks and all of that, that'll get a lot of visibility.
Yeah, I swear you're talking to someone in the company because in the rollout that's coming out this coming week, or next week, sorry, has exactly that. In fact, we've got a really awesome photo editor coming in where you can basically add text, add images, adjust the filters.
Dude, that's going to be so huge. I have been chatting with Block Jane. Block Jane, when I got into the OMI room, she was really friendly, and because I was like, why can't I get one of these Adventure Times? And she's like, well, if you really want one of these, let me know. And I was like, well, I don't really care. My daughter kind of wants one. I don't really care. But then we started chatting, and she's been very helpful and knowledgeable. But we've not chatted with anybody within the company. But you're talking to 2 dudes who've got 25 plus years of digital marketing experience each. So, and we love NFTs. If there's any way that we can help out, we would love to help make this thing pop, because I think this right here is primed for mass adoption stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean that's our whole angle is mass adoption. And the thing is, like, with the brands bring the people, and we believe we've worked very hard to create an experience that we believe collectors will really like and enjoy, and one that has a lot of potential. I mean, some of the stuff we have coming out later this year is, just remember this is version 1 of the product, so we've got some really cool stuff coming out in the future.
Look at Sir Lord Travis pimping us out live on the show. Good job.
True. I mean, I love this product. It's really cool to me, and it's been fun to watch it sort of do its thing already, and it's not even on big exchanges yet.
So that's why I say a lot of really exciting opportunity for this year. We've had to kind of stay quite low key up till now, especially working with a lot of these licensors. They're public companies. There are a lot of rules around what we can announce if our product's not live. But now that we're live and we've basically got everything, you guys know of us because we started to do a lot of this promotion now. So very excited to see how the world receives it going forward from here. And love to do some kind of, hey man, I'm happy to give you guys NFTs, whatever. We can do some kind of cool exchange for the services if you're open to it.
Oh,
That's
giving NFTs. Now you have my attention right there.
Yeah. Hey, we know somebody high up at the company now, Joel.
Right. Cool beans. Dan Crothers, thanks for coming on, telling us about VeVe. You guys can download the VeVe app from the iOS App Store and Android, right?
Correct. Yes.
All right, man. We'll continue this conversation, and thanks again for coming on.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Cheers.
Have a great day. Bye.
And now he is on time this time. The one of the founders of Crypto Lions. These are the guys that created, I believe, Simple Assets, along with some other projects, and the creators of R-Planet, which just did a launch today that was 3 minutes, very controversial, but successful. Roman, welcome back to the Nifty Show.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for all that you do for the community.
Yeah, we do what we can, you do. R-Planet, you guys came on the scene a few months ago and are like, hey, you want us to be able to make it so people could stake blockchain heroes cards in R-Planet. I was like, well, who owns the cards? Well, technically we do, but we're not going anywhere because, we're Simple Assets and we've got years of experience. And then I was like, all right, trust these guys if you want to. And then you put in, multi-sig into it so that nobody's taking cards and running. And now rplanet.io is really taken off. So I'm going to share the screen of what it is, but why don't you go ahead and tell people what is R-Planet?
Yeah, well, it's a staking game, and it's actually the brainchild of a company called WeCan. Crypto Lions are junior partners in this endeavor. We did some of the smart contract work, and we also lent our name and our reputation to this project. So if anything happens to your NFTs, we will never work as block producers again, which would be devastating for us. So if anything goes down, Crypto Lions is going down with the ship, but nothing's going to go down. Don't worry about that. So it's a game that's innovative in several ways. You stake NFTs to get this game starting resource, which is Ether. And then the first phase will be an alchemy and discovery game. By the way, there are hundreds of thousands of NFTs staked to R-Planet. Like, it's, in terms of just getting traction, it's been an overwhelming success. So they got all this traction. The game is launching February 16th, which is Tuesday. That's the game Logic. And like I said, it's an alchemy game where you have to figure out formulas to unlock materials and objects. And then you can use those objects to unlock additional ones. For every object that you unlock, the first 600 people to unlock it will get a collectible NFT that can also be used for staking. And you'll also get a fungible token that can be used for further mixing and matching to sort of discover this whole big tree of recipes. That's phase one. The story behind this, which is also the brainchild of the guys at WeCan, it's sort of animals escaping Earth, escaping the laboratory, and getting ready for their new life on Mars. Once they get to Mars with all these things that the players will help them discover, the game enters phase two, which will also be an alchemy game, but it'll also be a real estate game and a building game. And then tentatively, phase three will be a fighting game where maybe there's some other life on the planet, and maybe they're not all that friendly to the new colonists. And
can we escape the planet too? Because it's getting pretty crazy here. And we've been
Joel, man, you're speaking my language.
I'm going with the animals into space.
Yeah. So maybe it strikes a chord. But I really like WeCan, the company. They're the same guys that made Prospectors, also a very innovative game, and I like them for a couple of reasons. I think they're really creative and they make cool stuff, and they're also just like totally bootstrapped and scrappy. So I think this game, it's a little of course there are always issues and problems, and some people don't get the information they want. But I think they're being as generous about this as they can be. The pack sale, which happened today in 2.5 minutes, all of the proceeds from that pack sale are the prize money that's going back to players. So talk about scrappy. Like they're investing months of development in this with the hope that they could make some money in phase 2 and 3. So they're doing their best to create all this entertainment value. I think they're succeeding. The traction has been great so far, and I certainly hope everyone finds it to be a lot of fun. I know I can't wait till Tuesday to start playing.
Nice. So the pack sold out in 2.5 minutes. They are no longer available. That is sad news to me.
They're gone.
They're gone. Now wait a second. Now Joel showed his page there, and I also have a bunch of these tokens that I've staked. So I have like 3.5 million of these tokens.
Let's see your scrap gun. Share your.
Okay. Well, you had your screen shared. Let me go ahead and share this one. That's the wrong one. All right. So I have been staking, and I have 3.45 million of these things. What is it? And the only reason I have them is because Joel said, "Hey, do this." And I said, "Okay, I'll go ahead and stake my thing, and I'll see what it is." But I don't know what it does. I know that I earn about this many or so every 10 minutes or something. You want to talk about how? But look at all the different things that you can stake in here. Tribal books and garbage pail kids, blockchain heroes, cogs, alien world, so many different things. Ken Bosak, which I actually staked all those because there's a couple cards in there that are ridiculously high value. And so tell us, what is it worth and what does it do, and what can we expect out of this in the future?
Sure. So this is Ether. We're calling it Ether, spelled with an A, so that it's not confused with other Ethereum.
I was hoping it was actually real Ethereum because I was about to go buy a real planet.
Then you really could travel to Mars.
You and Elon Musk.
That's good.
Yeah, so we're calling that Ether, and you use Ether to buy the game's starting elements: earth, air, fire, water, which is the basis for crafting everything. So you buy earth, air, fire, water, you make yourself maybe some stone, maybe some mud, maybe some steam, maybe some wind. And then you keep combining that stuff, and you explore this sort of tree, this alchemy tree of different recipes to give the animals all the stuff they might need on Mars. So it all starts with Ether.
It starts with Ether. It ends with Ether. So, you saw Travis has got 3.5 million Ether. I've got 4.5 million in the big scope of things. What's that?
I said bragger.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing it longer than you have. That's what she said. Is that, are we Ether rich, or is it going to take a lot more than that to get stuff done?
Oh, I think you're Ether rich.
So we can do a lot with that Ether. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think you'll be able to do a heck of a lot. I don't have nearly that much.
So what's in, this pack sale you guys did today that sold out super fast? I got some of them and I'm staking them now. What is, are these ever going to be available again? Or if you didn't get them in the pack sale, are you out of luck?
They won't. Okay, so every node in the alchemy tree has collectible NFTs, which you can also stake, and it has fungible tokens. So let's look at fire. There will be 600 collectible fire NFTs, and those can be staked, traded, collected. There will also be a fire fungible token that's used in all the recipes.
So what do you use them one time? Like if I have one pack, then I can use that recipe one time, or I see down here on
you'll open the pack, you'll get a collectible NFT representing one of these 4 elements. It'll be cool. I hope you find it cool. And then you can stake that NFT, and they'll have substantial mining power. So you guys have a really big lead now in the Ether mining, but later these, the R-Planet NFTs are going to take that over.
Apparently, there's a little bit of controversy around one card in particular. There's a Ken Bosak 1-of-1 card that is worth 5,000 Ether to stake. Is that a mistake? Is that a mistake?
Or is that just delicious steak?
I'm afraid I have to punt on that question. I don't think it's a mistake. I think the guys decided to do it that way. I couldn't tell you why, or maybe they must just be really big Ken Bosak fans.
I guess. Well, we're Bro fans as well. I know he's watching right now. So Bosak, Bro, stakes on you, man, for that 5,000 Aether card right there.
I guess I don't have one of those cards. I have one that gives me 500 stakes for 500, which is the one with a bouncing butt. He's got the Bitcoin bouncing off the butt. He looks like a frog. That's gonna be 500 Ether. That is good.
You know, one interesting thing I think about R-Planet is that it represents kind of a small change that might grow in the gaming industry, from what I understand. And I understand this through listening to the Wax guys talk about it. Like the gaming industry, which is enormous, it all rests on just 10% of players who actually spend money on games, because most people just play freemium stuff. But there's this small group of like really like high quality players, and NFTs can be a way for games to target those players. So I think one way to look at sort of the business side of what Weekend is doing here with this staking and mining, they're just trying to identify and engage the people who've already invested in the community and giving them a head start in their game. So I think that might be the beginning of a very interesting trend that spreads throughout the industry.
Well, I'm in. I love supporting everything in this NFT ecosystem, as long as it doesn't have ridiculous gas fees. And Wax is certainly the place to do that. My question is why did you guys do the packs on Simple and then the assets are on Atomic?
That I'm not completely sure on.
I get to circle back on that.
I'll have to circle back on that.
Okay, Jen, thanks. Appreciate that.
That's a good question. Obviously, the fungible tokens are unique to Simple Assets. So we did the fungible stuff on Simple Assets. I think that they started building with Simple, but they're like, all the liquidity is on Atomic. Hat tip to those guys. You did it. Great job. So they're like, we need to put the NFTs, the collectible NFTs on Atomic.
Well, look how much they're going for on the secondary market right now. Like these were, what were they, $6 packs initially, 100 wax each, and now this is what if you were fortunate enough to get some, this is what they're selling for here on the secondary market. You have to go to collectibles.io in order to find them, and then click on other, and they'll come up. Otherwise, you'll be in one of the other. You don't want to be in the Shatner cards when you're looking for R-Planet. You want to be in other right here.
Hey, well, that's great. I hope those prices hold up and the players feel rewarded.
Well, are they going to be worth more when they're open and the stuff with inside them?
Every pack will have just one collectible NFT inside of it. I think they'll probably be worth about the same, because every pack contains just one.
Okay. And you know what it is. There's no surprise. Fire has a fire material. Earth has an earth material. It's not like you're going to open your pack and go, oh, look what I got.
No, there's a little room for surprise because there's different styles of fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
I think it's interesting. Thank you for helping us. I got 3.5 million Ether from staking these. If you have any of these properties, folks, on Wax, most of them you can stake, and when you're staking them, they technically leave your wallet and they're staked here, and you're earning that crypto. And then when you want to get them back, you can just unstake them and get them back, but they will not appear in your wallet while they are staking. So keep that in mind. I know that some people said, well, what happens? Where'd my cards go? Well, now you're staking them and you're earning money off of them. And that's one thing I find is really cool, is like so many cross-brand are being able to be staked within this R-Planet thing. You're not just choosing one or another. You're saying, hey, countrymen, bring us your NFTs and stake them, one and all, and earn things. So it's pretty cool.
Indeed. Roman, thanks for coming on. rplanet.io is the site. You guys check it out, and we'll look forward to watching this thing develop.
Yeah, we're going to circle back on it later. We're going to see.
My pleasure.
All right, Roman, take care, friend.
Cheers.
Great seeing you, man. Lord Travis, we still have more to talk about.
What?
Yeah, there's so much happening in this NFT space.
There are things happening.
We're going to give away a free NFT here in just a few minutes. So you guys do not want to leave, because I have figured out a thing and you guys are going to be the first
Oh, this
ones.
is sweet. He was last night messaging me. He was cheesing so happy.
I was
like, oh my God, look what I can do. And you guys are going to be recipients of that doings here shortly.
You are. But first, let's talk about what's going on in the rest of our world. Monday is the big Stonk Wars launch, and we are super excited about this. Stonkwars.cards is the site. The countdown clock is doing what countdown clocks do, counting down, and you can read about it here. The site is updated with some of the variations in characters, 10 new heroes and villains, new collector's edition. Look at that Doge Burris trophy right there. Oh, snap. And some surprises.
Doge Burris. Some of you folks have never heard of this yet. You might have heard of Harry Potter, the Cerberus, or whatever that thing was called, Fluffy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, here's a Doge version of that, and it is a special trophy that is, and what is there only going to be, like, what, 4 of those, 3 of 5 of those ever? Only 5 Doge trophies, Doge Burris trophies ever. I think those are going to be so wanted.
5 of them in the set. There's another trophy as well. There's action cards that are collector's edition. There are surprises we have not even revealed yet that are going to be popping out of these packs.
Look at that Elon Dusk over there, dude. That was my favorite card. That card is so sweet.
So the way the launch is going to work on Monday at 12 noon, it will go live. Everything will be purchased on Atomic. There's a total of 7,500 packs being minted, 3 card packs. 1,000 of the first, guys, nobody's going to get the number 1 mint pack. Okay. The first 1,000 packs are being minted first and being put aside. They're going to go to team and Nifty Box members. About 850 of those are Nifty Box members, some for promotion as well. So mints will actually begin at 1,001. 6,500 packs will be available at that time. There will be a gate on it, 20 per address per minute. We want to make sure everybody who wants packs get packs. So we're not going to try to sell these out super fast. We're going to slow the roll a little bit so everybody has a chance to get their wallet going and buy the packs that they want. Figure if you can't get some in the first few minutes, then you're not trying, right? Click the link, get the packs, and then after a minute, you'll be able to buy more if if you're a whale and you choose that. We love the whales. We just want them to slow down a little bit.
On the whale at the minute.
Yeah. Give them a chance to get some things. Actually, I think I will debut something here. I showed it in the Telegram this morning, but I'll show you guys. They're in the there's 3 cards in every pack.
3 digital assets.
3 digital assets, and the first 2 are going to be a hero or a villain in a variation, or a collector's edition in that variation. It's very possible, though highly unlikely, that you can get 2 collector's edition cards in 1 pack. If you do, go buy a lottery ticket, because you're ready to win $1 million.
Or your name's Ken Bosak.
Or your name is Ken Bosak.
Because he opens up ridiculous packs.
The third card, the third asset, is going to be one of 5 different items. And one of them is an uncommon item because it's uncommonly good. And it's actually a series of rockets. And there's 5 of them in all. For some reason, I can't scroll through them, but I'll just show you one of them right here. This is an uncommon card. The other cards, one has Doge on it, one has GME for GameStop, one has AMC for American Movie Cinema, and one has Wax on it. And these
because
are just,
we all want to see Wax Moon.
Right? This is just one of the surprises that you could pop as the third card. Oh, yes, they are pre-mints. The whole set is pre-mint. I see the question right there. Every card in the packs is pre-mint. So pop them, hodl them, snuggle with them, take them to bed with you. Just don't do unseemly things with them, because we don't want to know.
Well, they're digital assets. You can do what you like in AR or VR. What about the somebody mentions GPK did this last week. Well, actually we announced this prior to and it's a good idea. They kind of did this in their own way. We do ours in our own way, because here's the thing. We're blockchain heroes. Anytime something happens in the financial world, we're going to make a comment about it. We're going to do something to put our stamp on it, because the whole point of Blockchain Heroes is to educate people about decentralization of technologies. We're wrestling power away from the centralized banks and the centralized organizations, and decentralization is key. And if you read the backs of all the cards in Blockchain Heroes, you'll see that it teaches people the principles of blockchain, decentralization, and then talks about the badness of centralization, and how if we want to be a free culture and civilization, decentralization is the way it needs to be moving forward.
But that's the whole point. That's not the whole
Kind of
point.
It's also fun.
It's a point. Yeah. I mean, the point is to delight and enjoy collecting, but we want to educate while we're doing it. I'll give you guys a couple other peeks right here. Let me show you the other collector's edition statue, of which there is 5 of. This is a character in the set called Shortadell. And there he is. Look at that. He's fire. I mean, he's a furnace. He's a walking furnace.
And I will say this, as I mentioned, yes, Topps may have Solar Thunder. I'll say this, I don't think so, because we have way different assets. Like, they came out with, oh, here's some Bernie Sanders shit again. Like that. Here's Bernie Sanders on the pack that doesn't have nothing to do with GameStonk. And so
I'll tell you what they don't have. They don't have this collector's edition Elon Musk action card, of which there will be 5 of these in the set. Check this out.
Look at this. And that is not a flamethrower, you guys.
Definitely not. Definitely not a flamethrower. So whoever pulls these collector's editions out of the set, I mean, it truly is fire. And there's more surprises as well. And we're not going to show you all of them right now, because that would take away the surprise, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, there's a couple of things that you guys would be so pleased about. So much delight that has not even been mentioned, because that's the way we like to do it. We like to hold some things back and keep some things secret. And there's a couple of things that are going to drop that are going to be so. I'm not even going to hype it. I'm not even going to hype it. They're going to be okay.
Monday, noon Eastern on Atomic. The link is already there on their page. It will be redirected to the card sale. Be ready. Have your wax locked and loaded.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are going to love the Bernie Sanders that we put in there. We didn't put a Bernie Sanders.
There's no Bernie Sanders. Shortly after that, on the 21st, we're pleased to release the Bitcoin collection. And we've been dropping NFTs around this to those who are on the mailing list. You can sign up at thebitcoinelite.com. And I'm not going to go in depth on what this is right here, but you can read about it. And if you'll go to our last hero report, we talk about it more in depth. What we are going to do, though, is we've got a free NFT drop that is going live tonight. Let's see. I'll actually pull it up for you guys right here to take a look. On Atomic, it's drop number 2709. wax.atomichub.io/drops/2709.
Yeah, and Joel totally messed up the number. There was only supposed to be 2100, because we always do things in 21s. But Joel,
no, you always do things in 21s.
Yeah, I know. And this is this.
There's not. There's actually going to be 2502, because I minted us the first 2.
Okay.
So there.
This one wasn't even actually supposed to be minted.
It is 3 hours and 51 minutes. It's going live, and you guys can go in here. There's 2,500 of them. That's what it is right there. Enjoy. There will be drops coming for people who are on the list here. Also,
the really cool stuff will be on there. And then also what we're going to do is on the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, we will do a claim drop of only 2,100 of really cool animated Bitcoins that are special varieties. And so those, just kind of like how Street Fighter was doing some drops, there will only be 2,100 of those each, because I'm claiming it now, so Joe can't change it. And so make sure you're there.
Well, you don't create the drop, so good luck.
Because I'm gonna make shitty NFTs then. So
we're gonna have to drop a couple to Nifty Box members, because they were promised those also.
Right on.
But you'll make a couple more.
Okay.
Go make 2 more. The last thing to share is a free NFT. Figured out something super cool yesterday that I did not know I could do when minting NFTs and putting information in the metadata. Did you know that you can embed a linked video in an NFT? True story.
That is really cool.
This is what I did. Let me pull up my account right here, because I've got the number 1 of this. I minted the Nifty Show number 31. This is from 2 weeks ago. And if you go in here, you'll see there's the cover, and check this out.
For speed. That's right. Oh, this Friday. We ain't got shit to do except this stream.
Yep, it's Friday. We've got 22 racing, some super fast racing game using NFTs, gaming on the block. Now, here's what's really cool about this is not uploaded to the chain. This is pulling from my account on library.tv. So it's a decentralized video stream that is embedded in this NFT. Now, I can also do the same thing with YouTube, but I don't want to do that because if YouTube takes a video down, guess what? The NFT disappears, but nobody can take down this NFT right here. And so we're going to start, I might even go further into the backlog and make these, but I want you guys to be able to have one of these. And if you want the NFT for Nifty Show number 31, real easy to do. Just go to nifty.show/31. That's it, nifty.show/31, and I will do a drop of these later today.
That is really awesome. It's super meta. It's the Nifty Show. It's a Nifty of the Nifty Show. And how meta is that? And it's almost like once this show is minted and it's done and it's uploaded, then the next one will be available. So maybe in future episodes, the NFT might be available like an hour or two after the stream is done or something.
Yeah, soon. I mean, really, once it's up on the site, it's just a matter of pulling in the thing and the stuff and making stuff. I'm going to show you guys one more thing because this just came out from library yesterday. I'll need to share my screen again. There is now, library did some rebranding for their consumer app, and it's called Odyssey, Odyssee. Let me pull this up right hizzle with my dizzles.
You have dizzles?
I got dizzles. So this is basically library in an app form now, and it has your tokens. You can see up here at the top, I've got 22,000 LBRY tokens in here, and this is decentralized video. So I can
awesome. Are those all earned?
Or bought. Most of them I bought library years ago. So there we are. There's Nifty Show right there. And so we're not stuck with YouTube anymore, guys. There is decentralized video streaming, and you can go in here and watch videos and earn tokens for doing it. Yeah. And earn tokens for putting your content up. Screw YouTube. Sorry,
eat a bag of D's. YouTube.
Even though we're broadcasting on YouTube right now, screw you guys.
Screw YouTube.
But
we're going to use you until you ban us for saying something.
The stream just disappeared. There it goes.
Oh man, Travis said something offensive.
Yeah, shocker.
This is a new shocker. This is a big surprise.
That never happens.
Oh, I'm sorry about your fifis, folks.
Hey, thanks to everybody for the ever-growing audience, the love and support. You know, we don't get paid to do this show. Sometimes a sponsor will give us some packs or some NFTs, but we do this because we love this space. We love creating in the space. We love collecting in the space, and we love being connected with both other creators and other collectors. You know, it's like this is our teenager, part side of us. We get to come and play just like we did when we were little. Only now we don't just get to play with our NFTs. We get to make them and watch you guys play with them. And for me, that's super exciting.
Dude, I love that. I love that idea when we were chatting with the dude from Ecomi, VeVe, about NFT toys. They're basically digital toys. Like I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see that DeLorean video yet. I put it on my Twitter and I think it's on my LinkedIn, but you probably can actually find it somewhere. But dude, it's like you can walk inside the car, turn around, there's the flux capacitor. It's unbelievable. And then I was like, wait a second, you can then shrink that down and then play with it and drive it around the parking lot. Are you serious?
That's cool.
These things are going to blow people's minds when they come out. And I think that's why these mass adoptions NFT space is coming in the form of digital collectibles, digital toys, digital art. There's so much happening, and it's just fun to be right here in the eye of the hurricane.
If you're not in our Telegram, t.me/BC Heroes, you can subscribe to this show via podcasts on most podcast channels. You could also set the notifications, ring that bell, all that. We're live every Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific, and sometime other time zones around the world, depending upon where you are. And let's keep growing this space together. We've got guests lined up for weeks. There's so many brands and projects that want to come on the show, and we're going to bring them to you.
I would say this: if you guys have questions specifically about a project that came on our show today or any other previous shows, seek out their Telegram. They most always have a Telegram or a Discord. We won't have those answers because we can only answer your questions whenever the guest is here and we can ask them. We don't necessarily know. So I know that Goku, you're out there asking some questions. I saw some other questions that are popping out. Go to their Telegram, and I think it's t.me/ecomi is their Telegram, but you can find any of these projects and go in and ask questions there. They'll have the best answers for you.
Go to the Telegram. Sir Lord Travis Wright, you'll be happy to know that I am now, to show you guys this. Anybody else play Cookie Clicker? It's always running on my desktop. I am now manufacturing 94 quadrillion cookies per second.
Congratulations.
I have one
of those on my phone and then I gave up. But what's cool about this Cookie Clicker thing is there's some principles within Cookie Clicker that the cryptocurrency Dust is employing. And so you can actually go online on Wax and search the Dust account on Atomic Hub, and you can find little modifiers that can actually help you mine more Dust. So Dust is basically a chat mining protocol that's built. It's on Telegram right now. It's going to be on other chat protocols. It's a chat mining crypto. And so every time you type a message, you earn crypto. And so if you have some of these NFT modifiers, then you can actually earn more Dust per message, like 2 or 3 or 5, 10 times as much Dust by having these NFTs. And so it's that whole Cookie Clicker thing that is applied to crypto and NFTs that is relevant for you guys. But congratulations on all those cookies, buddy.
And in fact, they serve absolutely no purpose whatsoever, other than mild amusement. And it's like a carrot on a stick. I just want to hit that next level and get that next unlock, all for naught. Wax and NFTs are way more fun. In fact, I'm going to see if we can get Kurt to come on Nifty Show here in the near future to talk about Dust and to show how the NFT multipliers work. There are some really big plans in scheming going on within the Dust admin community. So there are big things ahead. This whole space is growing. It's a thrill to be here with you guys. And I got nothing else to say. That's it. I'm done. I'm good.
Thanks for your words, man. You're a good worder.
Thanks for being my partner, my co-host, and my friend.
Hey, right on, man.
All those things. All right, gang. We'll talk to you soon. Be nifty. And if you're already nifty, stay nifty.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were nifty once, but you're not now.
Yeah, like level up and finally become nifty.
Get nifty again.
Nifty SOB.
And keep your eyes on our channels for hero social money drops. Been doing them randomly across our different channels and platforms. And I'll give you a hint. If you're not yet on Discord, get on Discord. News on that coming soon. Okay, be nifty. We out.